A Syrian woman has explained perfectly why so many refugees have smartphones. For many refugees, the smartphone is one of the most precious possessions they own. It can provide a link to an old life or help make sense of a new one. But some have criticized the widespread use of smartphones among refugees, ignoring the very practical use the devices have. See why this phone is so dear? Hala, a refugee from Aleppo, Syria, told a Channel 4 film crew for the documentary Children on the Front Line. It has everything. All my family, all my world is here. Hala left her home after her husband was kidnapped by ISIS. With her daughters, she traveled through Turkey to Europe. She is now settled in Germany, though she lives in fear of never being able to see her home again. Now, the only way she can see her husband is through the screen of her phone. That's why I'm always holding it. I'm holding on to it like I'm holding on to an arrest of my own, my family. This metal device has become my own world. Smartphones can provide solace to migrants who have lost loved ones and been forced from their homes. However, they also serve numerous practical purposes, leading them to be one of the most important objects in the possession of a displaced person. Such is their significance in refugee camps across the Middle East, and GRs now give out chargers for people to use as standard. Our phones and power banks are more important for our journey than anything, even more important than food. A refugee from Syria, well, told AFP news agency. The devices have a variety of important uses for refugees, including on their perilous journey from Turkey to Greece. We were sailing for 20 minutes when we could hear the engines had having problem, said Firas, another Syrian refugee. After around half an hour the engines completely died. We were exactly between Turkey and Greece. I know because I checked on the GPS on my phone. As the weather worsened, the boat began to sink, and Firas contacted the crew's on his smartphone and also sent them his location through GPS. He swam for 7 hours, using his GPS to guide him to Lesbos. Many refugees taking the dangerous journey by boat through the Aegean will activate the GPS on their phones to update relatives and the authorities on the course and progress of their journey. The map function on phones is vital on land too, being used for anything from making the long journey across Europe to simply finding a place to sleep. Every time I go to a new country, I buy a SIM card and activate the internet and download the map to locate myself. Syrian refugees Osama Azzasan told the New York Times, I would never been able to arrive at my destination without my smartphone. The social media and messaging enabled by smartphones also play critical roles in connecting and reconnecting people. This is vital to stay in touch with older relatives and for fellow travelers to pass on advice. giving them greater autonomy over their journeys. In some cases, using a smartphone decreased the reliance on traffickers. However, the criminal groups also take advantage of smartphones. Many advertise their service on Facebook, creating pages such as smuggling into EU to find customers and even promote special offers.